Hello everyone. Now we start our next example number 6 of a building estimate, and we calculate this example by long wall short wall method. So here in this example, figure show the plan and cross section of the step. Estimate the quantity of the following item. So here 4 item is calculated. First is a earthwork in excavation. Second is a PCC in a foundation. So here PCC ratio is given 1:4:8, and PCC work is provided below the step. Third thing we calculated is a first class brickwork for a step, and fourth we calculated 20 centimeter thick plaster for a steps, and also side plaster. Now see this figure. In this figure we show the plan and section is seen. So in this plan we got the idea about the total length and width of the steps and also length of the steps, and then after in a cross section part we have exact idea about the height of the step, and then after width of the PCC work, thickness of the PCC work, and width of the steps. So here 30 centimeter step means straight width is a 30 centimeter is given, and riser is given 15 centimeter. See this cross section part, and PCC work thickness is given 10 centimeter and width is given 1 meter. Clear? So now we calculated first earthwork for excavation. So here as a long wall short wall, but here long side and consider as a, here both the side are same. So here consider as a vertical side, and this side is considered as a horizontal side, and this side is a vertical side. Now here vertical side, only single vertical side is given, so we write here 1, and total length we calculated is a 2 meter already given from the step corner to another corner. So here length is given 2 meter in this figure, plus here from the side of the corner of the step to dotted line, and corner of the step to dotted line, upper and lower side here not given, but here total 1 meter length is given, and 30 centimeter plus 30 centimeter plus 30 centimeter 3 step is given. So here total summation is a 90 centimeter means 0.9 meter. So here 0.9 meter is a total length covered by the steps. So here 1 minus 0.9, so it's a total 1 minus 0.9, we got a value is a 0.1 meter. So here from the border to dotted line 0.1 meter, and here 0.1 meter. So total vertical side length is a 2 plus 0.1 plus 0.1. So here total length is a 2.2 meter. Clear? So here from dotted line of the excavation to dotted line of the excavation is a 2.2 meter. Clear? Now here write here 2.2 meter length. Width is dotted line, show the excavation part. So here excavation part is a 1 meter. So here right here width is a 1 meter, and depth for the excavation. So here depth for the excavation. So here only small part is given for the excavation. So in a cross section area, in a cross section part, small part is given is a 10 centimeter. So this side. Clear? So height is given 10 centimeter height or a thickness. So here centimeter is first we convert into meter because all the dimension are in a meter. So here 10 centimeter convert into meter is a 0.1 meter. Now it's a total vertical side of the excavation is calculated. Now we calculated horizontal side. So this side we calculated, but in this side portion starting from this point to another point. Clear? But we already calculated the square part. corner part is calculated in a vertical side. So total distance is given from the dotted line, excavation dotted line to another dotted line is given is a 2.2 meter. See this plan. So 2.2 minus 1 meter, because this portion is already calculated. So 2.2 minus 1. So right here 2.2 minus 1 meter is equal to 1.2 meter. So here total number, only single part is given here. So we calculate only this part for the excavation. So here number is given 1, and length we calculated as a 1.2 meter. So right here 1.2 meter. Width is calculated. Width is already given in a figure. So it's 1 meter. So right here 1, and thickness is already given for the excavation, or height is given for the excavation is a 10 centimeter. So right here 0.1 meter. So total excavation or earthwork in excavation is given 0.22 plus 0.12. So see this value 0.22 and 0.12. So it's a total summation is a 0.34 cubic meter. So it's a final answer for the total earthwork in a excavation. Now here we calculated next thing, PCC work below steps. So here see this dark portion part, so the PCC work, and the ratio is a 1:4:8 is given. So here width of the PCC work is a 1 meter is given, and the thickness of the PCC work is a 10 centimeter. So 10 centimeter converted to meter is a 0.1, and length is a dotted line to dotted line, and here this dotted line to another dotted line. Clear? So we calculated this portion PCC work. So here we first take a vertical line. So vertical line, dotted line to another dotted line distance is already calculated, but we repeat these things. 2 meter is already given here in a plan part, and 0.1 meter for this side and 0.1 meter for another side. So plus 0.1 plus 0.1 is equal to 2.2 meter. So vertical side 2.2 meter, here number is a 1, length is a 2.2 meter, width is given in a figure is a 1 meter. So right here 1 meter, and thickness of the PCC work is a 10 centimeter. Now 10 centimeter is converted to meter, 0.1 meter. It's a total 0.22 cubic meter. Similarly, horizontal side, this side, here this portion is already calculated in a vertical side. So for this part, total length from the dotted line to dotted line is a 2.2 meter. So here 2.2 minus 1 meter, because up to this portion we are already calculated in a vertical side. So here 2.2 minus 1 meter is equal to 1.2 meter. Okay, now put here 1, length is a 1.2 meter, width is given in a plan part is a 1 meter, and thickness is given in a section part as a 10 centimeter, converted to meter as a 0.1. So here total vertical side and horizontal side total quantity we calculated in a meter cube is a 0.22 plus 0.12 is a summation of the both the vertical and horizontal side is a 0.34 cubic meter PCC work is required. Calculated. Now we calculated third thing, first class brickwork for a steps. So here first class brickwork for a step. So in a first class brickwork, here first class brickwork is divided into two parts, vertical side and horizontal side. Clear? So here first class brickwork for a step 1, for a step 2 and for step 3 for a vertical side, and also we calculated for a step 1, step 2 and step 3. For a vertical side, for a horizontal side, step 1, step 2 and step 3 for a horizontal side. Clear? Now we calculated step 1 length. So here step 1 length is already given in a plan. So from the, see this cursor point, from this corner point to another corner point, step 1 length is already given in a vertical side. So from this corner point to this corner point, length is given L is equal to 2 meter. Clear? So here single step is given as a vertical is a single. So write here 1, length is a 2 meter already given in a plan, and width is given 0.3 plus 0.3 plus 0.3. So 30 centimeter, all the dimensions are in a centimeter, now converted to meter. So 0.3 plus 0.3 plus 0.3 is a 0.9. So we put here 0.9 meter width, because this portion is first construct and then after another portion is constructed. Clear? So here 0.9 meter is a width, and height is given is a 15 centimeter in a section part. See this cursor point, so height is given 15 centimeter. So here width is 0.9 meter as a we calculated from the plan part as a 0.9 meter from the this line to corner point. So 0.9 meter, height is a 15 centimeter, 15 centimeter is converted to meter as a 0.15 meter. So it's a total quantity for a step 1 is a 1 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 0.9 multiplied by 0.15 is a 0.20 centimeter, 0.27 cubic meter. Now we calculated total length for the step 2. So here 2 meter is already given in a plan. So see this portion 2 meter. So 2 meter minus 30 centimeter minus 30 centimeter. So 30 centimeter is converted to meter. So total length for the second step is a 2 minus 0.3. So answer we got a 1.7 meter. So 1.7 meter is from this point to another point. 1.7 meter is the length of the second step for a vertical part. So here we put a value, only single step is provided. Length is a 1.7 meter. Width is for this portion. See this cursor point for this portion, and also for this portion. Width is a 0.30 centimeter plus 0.30 centimeter. So 0.3 by plus 0.3 is a total 0.6. And height for this step is given 15 centimeter. So write convert into meter 0.15 meter. So here total quantity for a step 2 vertical side is a 0.153. It's a multiplication of the all the number, length, width and height. Now we calculated quantity for a step 3. So see this cursor point for step 3 is a 2 meter minus 0.3 meter minus 0.3 meter. So we calculated only for this part. Here only for this part. So here total length L is equal to 2 minus 0.3 minus 0.3 is equal to 1.4 meter. Clear? So here number of the step is a 1, length is a 1.4 meter, width is given in a plan part is a 30 centimeter, and also in the section part also we see this width is a 30 centimeter. So now convert into meter as a 0.3, and height of the step is given for a third step is a 15 centimeter. So right here 0.15. So we calculated step 3 vertical part is a 0.063. Now we calculated first class brickwork for a step for a horizontal side. So here horizontal side means this side. So here 1, 2 and 3 step is also in a horizontal side. So from this point to this point, length is already given is a 2 meter. So see this point, 2 meter is already given, but this corner point is already calculated, this square part is already calculated in a vertical side. Clear? So from this point to another corner point, we calculated total length is a 2 minus 0.3 because this portion is already calculated in a vertical part. So length for a step 1, length is equal to 2 minus 0.3 is equal to 1.7 meter. So in a horizontal side 1 meter is given, length is a 1.7 meter, width we calculated as a for a first step 0.3, 0.3 and 0.3. So this length already also we calculated from the section part is a 30 centimeter plus 30 centimeter plus 30 centimeter. So it's a 0.9 meter. And height is already given in a section part is a 15 centimeter. So right here 0.15 meter. Now for the step 2 means this part. Length is a 2 meter and this square portion is already calculated. So 2 meter minus 0.3 minus 0.3. So for this part length is calculated, L is equal to 2 minus 0.3 minus 0.3 is equal to 1.4 meter. So here numbers is given 1, length is a 1.4 meter, width is a 0.6 meter. So width this part 0.3 plus 0.3 plus and height is given 15 centimeter. So 0.15. So total quantity is a 0.126. Now for a step 3, this portion, see my cursor point from this corner point to this corner point because this part is already calculated. So here total length is 2 meter is given, 2 minus 0.3 minus 0.3 minus 0.3. So here from this line to corner point, total length L is equal to 3 minus 0.3 minus 0.3 minus 0.3. So total length is here we write 2 minus 0.3 minus 0.3 minus 0.3. So total length is 1.1 meter. So here number we calculated 1, then after length is 1.1 meter. Width is already given in a plan part and also in a section part is 30 centimeter. So right here 0.3. Then after height is already given for a step is 15 centimeter. Now converted to meter is 0.15 meter. Now total quantity of the brickwork for our steps is a summation of all the above values, like step 1 0.27 plus 0.153 plus 0.063 plus 0.2295 plus 0.126 plus 0.0495. So here summation of the total quantity we got in a meter cube is a 0.891 meter cube as a brickwork for a steps. Brickwork to be done in a step. Clear? Now here plaster work is also required. So we calculated for the plaster work. So here riser and trade. So in both these side plaster work is required in a riser side and in a trade side. Before starting of the plaster work, in a modes of measurement and in a specification already given, plaster work is always plaster work is always count in a meter square or a square meter. So here thickness is not count in a plaster work, so only length and width is count. So here riser, so what is riser? So it's a vertical side of the stack. See this cursor point, so this is called riser. And trade is where we put our foot is called a trade. Clear? So this portion is a trade portion, this portion is rise portion, trade, rise and trade. So here we calculated first riser side, means this side. For a vertical side means from this point to this point, second is this, third and fourth. So here 4 steps, step 1, step 2, 3 and 4. So here 4 step is already given. And for a horizontal side also, here 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay. Now here both the side 2 meter and 2 meter. So here both the length of the vertical side and horizontal side, both the length are same. So here for a step 1, step 2, 3 and 4. Same here horizontal side, step 1, 2, 3 and 4. All the parts are the same length. Clear? So here vertical side and for a step 1, 2, 3, 4 and horizontal side step 1, 2, 3, 4, both the value are we got a same. But here for your knowledge we calculated separately. So we calculated first vertical side for a step 1. So here vertical side means, see this cursor point, 2 meter side for a riser means this portion. Clear? So length is already given 2 meter. So right here simply length is equal to 2 meter. So your number is we count as a 1 for a vertical side. So if here both the length are same, but if the length like here 1 meter 2 meter is given and here horizontal side 3 meter is given, so calculated separately. But if the value are same, this side and this side, so we change the number, put here 2. So but for your knowledge we calculated separately. So here number we put a 1, length is a 2 meter and here width is already given 15 centimeter in a section part, so right here 0.15. Clear? Now for step 2 length, so from this corner point to this corner point, length is a total 2 meter minus 0.3. This portion is put a negative. So total 2 meter minus 0.3. So from this corner point to another point, total length is calculated 2 minus 0.3. Sorry, 0.3 is equal to 1.7 meter. So right here number is the 1, length is a 1.7 meter already calculated here, and length is a 0.15. Sorry, width is 0.15. Now for a step 3, so third riser is this. So here riser length is a 2 meter minus 0.3 minus 0.3. So we calculated this line length is a from this corner point to this corner point. So length L is equal to 2 minus 0.3 minus 0.3 is equal to 1.4 meter. So now we put here 1, then after length is a 1.4 meter calculated already here, and width is 0.15. Now for a step 4. Step 4 length L is equal to total from this line to this line, length is already given 2 meter. See this, minus 0.3 minus 0.3 minus 0.3. So here 2 minus 0.9, 2 minus 0.3 minus 0.3 minus 0.3 is equal to 1.1 meter. So here total number is a 1, here 1.1 and 0.15. So total quantity is a 0.165 meter square. So this value is calculated only for a vertical side, 1, 2, 3 and 4, this vertical 4 side. And now we calculated for a horizontal side. So for a horizontal side, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So these 4 sides are the same length as a step 1, 2, 3, 4, because here 2 meter and 2 meter, both these sides are value are same. So here we directly calculated as a length for a step 1, L is equal to 2 meter. Then after for a step 2, L is equal to 2 minus 0.3 is a 1.7. For a step 3, L is equal to 2 minus 0.3 minus 0.3 minus is equal to 1.4 meter, and L is equal to 2 minus 0.3 minus 0.3 minus 0.3, 1.1 meter. So here number is a 1 meter, length is a 2 meter, is already for a horizontal side we calculated 2 meter here, and width is 0.15. Same here we put a 1, 1.7 and 0.15. Same here we put a 1, 1.4, 0.15, and here 1, 1.1, 0.15. Now total quantity is a summation of all the riser side. Value is a total plaster work for a riser side is a 1.86. It's a total quantity. Clear? Now we calculated for a trade. So what is trade? So see this cursor point. When we rest our foot is called a trade. કે જ્યાં તમે પગ મૂકો છો, આ જે પગ મૂકવાની જગ્યા રહી તો એને કહેવાશે ટ્રેડ. સો ટ્રેડ ફોર અ વર્ટિકલ સાઇડ and horizontal side, both the values are we calculated separately because here length is different. So for a trade side, for a step 1 we take a first part is the vertical side. So from this corner point to another corner point, total length is at 2 meter is given, and we take only for this portion only step trade, first step trade. So see this cursor point, so we take only this portion only. So here length is 2 meter and number is 1, length is 2 meter, width is calculated 0.3 means 30 centimeter. So right here 0.3. Now we take a step 2, length is equal to total length is 2 meter minus 0.3. So this is minus 0.3. So here this portion plaster work is calculated only for this portion. So 2 meter minus 0.3. So here 1.7 meter. So number is 1, and then after length is 1.7 meter, width is 0.3. And for a step 3, length is equal to 2 meter minus 0.3 minus 0.3. So for this portion, see this cursor point, for this portion we calculated plaster work. So here 2 minus 0.3 minus 0.3 is equal to 1.4 meter. So right here number is 1, length is 1.4 meter and width is 0.3. So it's a total quantity for a step 3 is 0.42 meter square. Now we calculated for a horizontal side. So for a horizontal side we take a first step. So here 2 meter length is given, but this part is already calculated in a vertical side, so this square part is not included in a horizontal side. So here 2 meter minus 0.3 meter. So for a step 1 for a step 1 length is equal to 2 minus 0.3. So how to 2 minus 0.3? So here 2 meter minus this portion is calculated in a vertical side. So here 0.3 by 0.3 portion is calculated. So here 0.3 value is negative from the 2 meter. So here total length is a 1.7 meter. So now the number is a 1, length is a 1.7 meter, width is a 0.3. Now we calculated for a step 2, so only we calculated for this part, because this square portion is calculated, this square portion trade plasterwork is calculated in a vertical side, so we calculated horizontal side. So 2 meter minus 0.3 minus 0.3. So length is equal to 2 minus 0.3 minus 0.3 is equal to 1.4 meter. So now we put a 1.4 meter, and width we already given in example is a 30 centimeter. Please convert to meter. Now for a step 3, this part. So from this corner point to this corner point, total length is a 2 meter minus 0.3 minus 0.3 minus 0.3. So length is L is equal to 2 minus 0.3 minus 0.3 minus 0.3 is equal to 1.1 meter. Now here total number of the step is on only single step, so we are write 1, length is 1.1 meter, we are already calculated here, and width is already given in a figure is a 0.3. So 0.3 is already at a 0.3 here. So total quantity is a 0.33 meter square. So from the horizontal side and from the vertical side and horizontal side, total trade quantity is a summation of the 0.6 plus 0.51 plus 0.42 plus 0.51 plus 0.42 plus 0.33 is equal to 2.79 meter square is a total trade plaster work. Clear? Now for the side plaster work, now we calculated for a side part for a step 1 length. Length is 0.30, 0.30 and 0.30, means 0.3, 0.3 and 0.3. So length is equal to 0.3 plus 0.3 plus 0.3. So its length is a 0.9 meter. So we calculated for this portion plaster work, side plaster work. So this plaster work for the starting and end. So on both the side plaster work is provided for a step 1. So here number of the value is given 2. So why 2 value is given? So here 1 and this part is a second part. So here 2. Length is a 0.9 and width is given 15 centimeter. So here 15 centimeter width is a 0.15. Same here for a step 2 length is equal to 0.3 plus 0.3 is equal to 0.6. So how to calculate it? So 0.3 plus 0.3 is equal to 0.6. So here number for 2.6 and 0.15. Then after for a step 3 length is equal to 0.3 only, 0.3 meter. So for this portion only 0.3 and for similarly 0.3 here and 0.3 here. So starting and end, so right here 2, right here 0.3 and height is given 0.15 or width is given 0.15. So now summation of the side plaster is a 0.27, 0.18, 0.09 meter square. So total summation is a 0.54. Now total plaster work. So total plaster work is all the summation of all the values of riser. So riser value. So see this riser value is we calculated as a 0.16 meter square plus trade value summation is a 2.79. So it's a trade plaster work is a 2.79 plus side plaster work is a summation is a 0.54. So summation of the riser, trade and side plaster work is a total plaster work in a meter square is a 5.19 meter square. So here this example is finished. So this type of the example generally asked in a GTU in a 7 marks, but here example is easy, not a tough, but generally this one is the smallest example, so generally write ask in a GTU as a 4 marks. Thank you.